The anime begins with the protagonist, Cry, and his childhood friends promising to become treasure hunters together, aiming to become the strongest heroes in the world. In this world, treasure hunters are the stars of the imperial capital. They travel to ruins called treasure vaults, which are scattered across the world, to obtain the treasures hidden there. In exchange for the risk of losing their lives while battling monsters known as phantoms, the story then fast-forwards to the present, where Cry is trying to join a clan because First Steps is currently hosting interviews for new party members. A clan is a group of parties, functioning like a mutual aid society. No matter how strong a hunter is, there are limits to going solo. To reach higher levels, it's important to join a good party and grow stronger with allies. While Cry waits, a girl named Ruta approaches him and greets him. She was recently promoted to a level 3 hunter. She tells Cry that everyone seems nervous, which feels unsettling, but he appears different. He looks like he is easy to talk to. Ruta explains that she wants to join another party because she struggled with a treasure shrine called White Wolves Denver. Overhearing this, a guy nearby laughs and mocks Ruta, saying she's out of her mind for attempting White Wolves Den at level 3. He calls her an amateur and warns her to leave before she gets hurt. Although level 3 is considered mid-level in the world, here, it's no better than being a beginner. Ruta, now angry, draws her blades, ready to fight. But before she can act, another hunter working there intervenes, warning them that if they escalate the situation, they'll be kicked out of the clan recruitment. Ruta quickly hides her blades, saying there's no problem. Inside, Ruta is impressed by how many hunters are there and feels slightly overwhelmed, as it's her first time in this setting. She then asks Cry how he feels. He replies that he feels normal, as this is his 5th time. Hearing this, she feels bad for asking and apologizes to Cry, but he reassures her, saying he doesn't mind. After all, being a hunter is about skill. Talented people rise to the top quickly, while others cling to any chance they can get. As Ruta looks around, she notices one party that stands out the most and asks Cry who they are. Cry tells her that the party is called the Holy Spirit's Son, Arc Brave. They are the strongest party here, consisting of 5 members who conquered a level 7 treasure vault. They're the best of the best, and the person sitting in the middle is their leader, Arkansas. Cry adds that if Arc recognizes you during this event, you're destined to be a successful hunter. As far as Cry knows, this is the first time he's seen them recruiting a new member from here. Ruta then points to another desk in the back and asks what it's for. The guy who argued with her earlier comes over again, mocking her for not knowing. He introduces himself as Greg, a level 4 hunter. He explains that the table is for the founder of the First Steps clan. It's the Grievers table. A few years ago, Grievers came to the capital as a newcomer party full of talent, and now they're one of the most famous parties. Their official name is Grieving Souls, and it's a party made up of Cry's childhood friends. Rumor has it that Grievers are recruiting new members for the first time in years, which is why so many hunters have gathered here, hoping for a chance to join the top party. Suddenly, a young man named Gilbert shouts, asking where Grievers are. He heard they were the best and came all the way here to join them. Gilbert is already a level 4 hunter and is determined to become the strongest hunter one day. As he talks, a girl named Tino approaches and tells him to leave. A nearby hunter tries to stop her, but she says it's fine, it'll be over in an instant. She's ready to knock Gilbert out and is confident that if her sister were here, she'd do the same. Tino believes she's the one worthy enough to join Grieving Souls. Excited, the other hunters encourage them to fight, even making space for them. Meanwhile, Cry tells Ruta to go outside with him, warning that if they get caught up in the fight, they might die. As they are about to leave, Tino suddenly senses Cry and starts looking around for him, ignoring her opponent who is ready to unleash a powerful skill. As soon as she spots Cry, she rushes toward him, blocking his way and asking, "What are you doing here, master?" At the same time, Gilbert misses his attack and gets his sword stuck. It turns out that Cry is Tino's master and also the clan master and leader of Grieving Souls. Everyone is shocked to learn this. Several years ago, Cry and his childhood friends left the imperial capital as newcomers and began conquering beginner treasure vaults one after another. Cry has always felt like the weakest member of the team. Once, a monster approached him from behind, but one of his friends saved him. Before he could thank them, they praised him instead, thinking he had used himself as a decoy to make it easier for them to kill the monster. Cry, however, hadn't realized this at all. Fearing that he might one day become a burden to his team, Cry decided to tell them his true feeling and was prepared to leave the group. However, instead of letting him go, the team asked him to become their leader, much to his shock. It seems like Cry is suffering from success. From that day on, Cry continued as the leader of his party. Several years passed, and although Cry always wanted to retire from being a hunter, he couldn't because of his leadership position. Later, Ark approaches Cry and asks why he's late. Cry explains that he overslept, but Ark doesn't believe him, thinking he's just joking around. Ark assumes Cry is secretly assessing the hunters by blending in with the participants. Cry tries to deny this, insisting he just overslept, but Ark doesn't listen. As Ark talks, Tino points at him, accusing him of being rude to Cry and demanding that Cry expel Ark from the clan. Tino dislikes Ark and always calls him a fake handsome guy. She doesn't even let him get close to Cry. Ark, on the other hand, finds Tino's behavior funny and often tries to pat her on the head. It turns out that Tino is a level 4 solo hunter from the clan Footprint. She is also an apprentice and protege of Liz, one of Cry's childhood friends. Ark then asks Cry if he's found any good candidates. Cry smiles and replies by asking, "If I said there was a candidate, would you take them by your side?" Ark smiles and says, "Of course, I trust your judgment, but I can only take one member." Ark's teammates get angry at Cry for suggesting the idea, as they don't want any new teammates. Tino, thinking Cry might be chosen her, telling him that she's honored, but she has already decided to stay by his side. As she talks, Gilbert interrupts her, telling Cry that he's determined to join his party no matter what. Cry, impressed by Gilbert's determination, listens as Gilbert introduces himself. Cry then looks at Ark, thinking that Gilbert would become even stronger if he were trained by Ark's party. Cry admits to himself that he has no eye for recognizing talent, so it all comes down to luck when choosing someone. He then asks everyone what they think is the most important quality for a hunter. For him, it's the ability to never give up. He explains that if you lack strength, you'll put your team in danger, so he wants everyone to show him their unbeatable determination. After all, since becoming a hunter, Cry has never lost a battle. Hearing this shocks everyone, though it's true, as Cry has never been in a proper fight before. Cry then takes off his ring and declares that whoever can claim this relic will be recommended to join Ark's team. He tosses the ring to Gilbert, but as soon as Gilbert catches it, he gets kicked in the face by Tino. Poor guy. Every hunter then begins fighting over the ring. Cry tells them that the ring is a treasure and he'll give it to whoever wins, before leaving the scene. The next day, at the clan house, a girl named Eva, the vice clan master, informs Cry that he made the front page of the news article about the recruitment incident. Luckily, no civilians were hurt. However, they still received a call from the Explorers Association. Cry asks what Ark thought about the situation. Eva tells him that Ark was laughing as he read the article. Cry, thinking Ark has a big heart. He then tells Eva to send the bill for the bar repairs to Ark and to have Ark handle the Explorers Association as well. Eva, however, believes Cry relies too much on Ark and tells him she can't do that. After all, the Explorers Association specifically requested Cry to go. Cry doesn't want to leave because his reverse face relic, which changes his appearance, is broken. The relic allows him to transform his face into anyone he chooses. Having no choice, Cry accepts his fate and agrees to go. Later, at the Explorers Association, Cry apologizes to Gark, the branch master of the Explorer Association, asking for forgiveness and explaining that the chaos wasn't intentional. The woman next to Gark tells Cry to calm down and hands him a book. Gark reminds him that, while there were no formal complaints, a clan as big as First Steps should set an example for other hunters. He won't let Cry off the hook so easily. The Explorers Association receives various requests from hunters, some of which have low rewards, short durations, or are extremely difficult. Hunters refer to these types of requests as chores. Cry doesn't want to do them and tries to negotiate with Gark to take on only one request, as handling more feels overwhelming. Gark agrees. While flipping through the book of requests, Cry manages to find the easiest one, which only requires a level 3 hunter. Cry is thrilled, unaware that this request is actually the most dangerous among them. Later, Cry looks for Ark, only to be shocked when he learns that Ark has been summoned by a nobleman and will be away for a while. Meanwhile, Tino, eager for Cry's praise, tries to show off that she was the one who claimed the ring. Cry asks Tino if she's free right now, which makes Tino really happy. Cry smiles and takes out his request from the association. Upon seeing it, Tino quickly runs away. Cry then pulls out his chain called Silver and manages to catch her. Feeling betrayed, Tino complains, asking how Cry could do such a terrible thing to her. She was planning to go out for ice cream with him, but now her plans are ruined. The quest requires rescuing 5 people, and Tino believes it's impossible for her since she's only a level 4 hunter. She appreciates that Cry gives her challenging quests for the sake of her growth, but this one seems too much. Hearing this, Cry quickly reviews the quest and asks Tino if she'll agree to do it if she doesn't have to go alone. Tino blushes, thinking Cry will go with her, only to get angry when she finds out she'll be paired with someone else. Poor girl. If you've made it this far, please consider liking and subscribing for more content like this. Thanks.